So we're told in the last class that data transformation is used to streamline data, to convert data to a form which is more efficient and suitable for use with some specific kinds of models or operations. Okay, so we saw that when you do data transformation, did you see the other screen I showed just now? Can you see the slides?
Yes, sir. I'll see the slide.
Okay. So we looked at the various kinds of data transformation. Of course, we first looked at the types of data. We looked at measures of position. Of course, under data types, we talked about the categorical and numerical data. In categorical data, we have nominal, ordinal. Numerical data, we have discrete, continuous. And of course, continuous data can be broken, categorized into interval and ratio. We looked at measures of position where you talked about the quantiles, like percentiles, quartile, and also even standard score is also a measure of position. That's z-scores. Then we looked at the normal distribution. Okay. Then we looked at data transformation. I think we spent most of the time dealing with data transformation. We saw how to rank data in Excel, how to do min-max transformation, decimally score transformation, and z-score transformation. These transformations, I mean, particularly from the number 2 to 3 here, min-max, decimally scaled, and z-scores, they are used to convert data to a form that is sort of streamlined. For example, if you do a min-max transformation, the data is reduced to a range of 0 to 1. The smallest data item becomes, the smallest number becomes 0, the highest number becomes 1, and all the other numbers, will be in between 0 and 1. Then you have the decimally scaled scores, which reduces the values to a range that is within -1 to +1. You see that these are very small ranges, So when you do a transformation, data transformation, which is also called normalization, the data is streamlined, and that makes the processing of such data much easier, faster, more efficient. Then we also talked about the z-score transformation. This is how you do a z-score transformation. And then we saw that the z-score transformation, when you do a z-score transformation, most of the data would range from what to what? When you do a z-score transformation, what values of data would you expect? Any idea? When you do a z-score transformation, usually, well, I wouldn't say that all the data will range from a certain number to a certain number, but you see that most of them, let's expand this so you can see something. Okay, you can see that the z-score transformation is based on the normal distribution. Okay, so you can see in a normal distribution, most of the data cluster around the center. You can see that for the population of a normal distribution, for instance, between -2 and +2, about 95.5%, 95.4% of the data will lie between -2 and +2. Okay. So what that means, what this is telling you is that you see that most of the data, they won't be very large. They won't be very large. You rarely find a number as large as 3 or as small as -3. Okay, so you find them around this range. You see many of them may not be more than 2, 1 point something, 0 point something, minus 0 point something, maybe 2. So they will be small numbers. What I'm trying to say is that it's a small range. You will not find, for instance, you will not find a number like 10, 5. No, most of them will fall within this range of -3 to +3. In fact, -2 to +2, most of them. Okay. You will even find more of them. More of them might be in -1 to +1. So the bottom line is that data normalization streamlines the data, usually reduces the data to a smaller range, thereby making the analysis or processing easier. Okay, this slide shows it more clearly. You see these numbers correspond to, you can see Z is written here, correspond to Z-score values. Okay, so that's that. I don't know if that is clear. If not, but I think there was the video recording of this class. I don't know how many of us have seen the recording of this lecture. If you have seen it, please indicate. What I'm explaining now, does it look strange to us? Does it sound strange or look strange? Let's respond so we know how to proceed from here. Are we still there? So today I said we are looking at the what if analysis. Under what if analysis, we have scenario manager, we have goal seek, and also data table. Okay, so in my opinion, goal seek is the simplest here, so we'll begin with that. So how does goal seek work? Now, let's use this. Let's illustrate with this example. So I want someone to tell me, what do you think is happening here?
Come back. You say what?
Can we explain this data? What's happening here? What do we think this data is? The network is not clear. Can you hear me now? Are you hearing me?
And it's breaking. You said what? What do you think is what?
Yeah. Can you see my screen? Can you see goal
Yeah,
seek?
I can see your screen.
Yes. I said, what do you think this data is about?
The data is about it's talking about the
The one I highlighted.
sales.
The one I highlighted. Okay, please go ahead.
Mm.
It's talking
It's
about
talking about sales
sales.
of products of certain products,
Okay.
and
It's about six. About six.
and also is giving you details about the um, expenses
Okay.
that was used, and at the end of the day, the profit that was realized as well. So invariably, it's telling you the expenses that is incurred will determine the sales that will be made and the profit at the end of the day.
Okay.
So the more you put in, maybe AVAT, for instance, and if you increase the AVAT, definitely the sales will increase as well, and the profit as well will increase as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, question number 2. This sales, what do you think we mean? Let me use this one that is more straightforward. What do you think I mean by sales?
What do you think is?
What do I mean? What is sales?
Sales is a quantity now.
Yeah, that's right.
The number of who
The
sold.
number of who sold. That's right. So this price is unit price of a unit.
That's the price of one.
1 unit. This is the estimated cost of a unit or computed cost of a unit. This is profit. So now tell me, how do you think we can arrive at this profit given sales, given some values of sales, price, and unit cost? How do we compute this profit? What formula do you think can be used to realize profit?
What do we?
How do you think this profit can be computed using the values of sales, price, and unit cost? How do we compute the profit?
Is the difference between the unit cost, the total unit cost, and the total price.
Okay, just give me, let me, that equals to, okay, tell me.
That's the unit cost times the total sales, then the price times total sales, then the difference.
Unit cost times total sales, price, okay, that's right. That's right. So give me to me as a formula, as an Excel formula.
Okay, so that's sales times the unit cost.
You want me to, I click sales, yes. Yes,
Okay, let's
times.
start with price. Times the price.
You want me to start with price? Okay, price, yes.
And no, I mean that is the sales, the sales volume times the price.
The sales times the price, yes.
Then minus the unit cost times the price.
Yeah, that's correct. And the unit costs times
Times the sales. Yeah.
and the sales, sorry, yeah. That's it. So that's how this value is computed. So I hope we all got that. Okay, so that's how we arrive at this value. Is this clear to everyone before we proceed? Does anyone need any additional explanation to this? Okay, so I assume everyone of us is okay with it. Okay, so now the other question I want to ask you is this. Now, suppose we want to increase profits. What can we do to increase profit? What do you think is the most feasible way to go about increasing the profits?
Two things. You
Yes.
can increase the price or reduce the unit cost. Or reduce the unit cost. Yes.
Okay.
You can increase the price or the sales as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can increase the price or reduce your unit cost.
Okay. Which do you think is the safest thing to do? What do you know? My question is, the what you have said now, they are feasible, they are fine. Of course, if you reduce the unit costs, if you are able to, if it's possible, of course, the profit margin would increase. If you increase the price, the profit margin would increase. But which option, which is the most feasible, the safest way of increasing profit?
Is to increase the sales.
Between the sales volume.
Exactly. That's the safest. That is the most feasible in most cases. Because if you increase the price, that might drop sales. Because when price goes up, the demand might drop. And at the end of the day, your profit might even reduce. Okay. Then for unit cost, sometimes it might not be very easy to reduce the unit costs further without compromising quality. So sometimes that may not be easy. Okay. Okay, so let's assume that we are trying to now we want to try to increase this profit by changing the sales. That's our objective now. Our objective is to increase profit to a certain value. Let's say we want to increase profit to 10 million. We want to increase this profit to 10 million by adjusting the sales value. So whatever we get as sales, that becomes a target for the managers to try to achieve. Is it clear? Hope our objective is clear. The objective clear? Please, let's respond so I know how to move on.
Yes, sir, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay, so now our objective is to set or increase profit to 10 million by changing the value of sales. Okay, so how do we achieve that? We can use goal seek to do a thing like that. So you use goal seek to set a particular variable to a certain value by changing another variable. Okay, so we are going to set profit to 10 million by changing sales. So that's what we are going to do. So let's use goal seek to do that. Okay, let me copy this out. Okay, so let's go to goal seek. Just to use goal seek, you click on data tab, you go to what if analysis, click on goal seek. So you see it's asking you, set cell what? What cell do you want to set? Set to a specific value. We are setting this cell. So I click that cell. To what value? What value did I say?
10 million.
Million. By changing what?
The sales.
Changing sales. Thank you. Do you think it has worked? You see, current value is 10 million. Target value 10 million. So let's see if it works. So you see, it has changed the value of sales to 10 million. But now to achieve, profit to 10 million, but to achieve that, we have to achieve a sales of what? What sales must we, what level of sales must we have to achieve this 10 million?
$2,817.
Thank you. Because this cannot be a fraction actually, right? Now it has calculated and given you a fraction, but you have to approximate it by yourself. So it will be 2. Say 2000.